Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone's Instagram feed and thought, man, I'm falling behind? They're posting luxury vacations, brand new cars, 5-star dinners, and here you are, just trying to pay your bills and maybe save a little. It's a common feeling, but here's what they don't post: the credit card debt, the car loan, the overdraft fees, that fancy lifestyle. In many cases, it's leased, borrowed, and maxed out. Anyone can look wealthy if they're willing to live on borrowed money. But wealth, real wealth, is quiet. It's not a new phone every year. It's not about the car you drive or how exotic your vacation was. It's about how secure you are when life hits you with the unexpected. And that brings us to a truth most people miss. If you're living below your means, saving consistently, and resisting the pressure to spend for appearances, you're already ahead. Here at The Passive Path, we talk about building quiet wealth, the kind of wealth that doesn't make noise today, but gives you freedom tomorrow. So if you're feeling behind, pause for a second, because chances are you're not behind at all. Feeling financially stuck? Stick around. Your situation might be better than 70% of the country, and I'll show you why. Let's talk about the real signs of financial health, the kind you don't post on social media. We're starting with something simple but powerful: your emergency fund. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. It's what keeps your world from crashing down when life throws a surprise your way. Job loss, car trouble, medical bill. These things happen whether you're ready or not. So, how ready are you? Ideally, your emergency fund should cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. That might sound like a lot, but even having 1 month's worth saved puts you ahead of the curve. Here's the reality. A recent national study found that 64% of people in the US have no emergency savings at all. That means if their paycheck stopped tomorrow, they'd be in serious trouble. Think about that. No buffer, no backup, just panic. So if you've managed to stash away even a couple $1,000s for emergencies, you're not behind. You're ahead. Way ahead. This isn't just about numbers, it's about peace of mind. It's the ability to sleep at night, knowing that if something goes wrong, you're not just one flat tire away from financial chaos. If you're building your emergency fund, keep going. And if you've already built one, you've crossed one of the most important financial milestones there is. You're not falling behind. You're building something real. If you can float yourself for just 1 month without using credit cards, you're ahead of most Americans. Still feeling behind? Stay tuned. There are more quiet wins that say a lot more about your financial health than what's parked in your driveway. Next up, let's talk savings. Once you've built an emergency fund, the next step is simple. Keep going. Because savings beyond emergencies, that's where real financial flexibility begins. This kind of savings isn't just about surviving, it's about options. Want to move to a new city? Start your own business? Take time off without wrecking your finances? That's what savings can do. Here's a hard truth. Around 1 in 3 people in America have nothing, $0 in their savings account. And about half have less than $1,000. That means they're always on edge. One unexpected bill, and they're scrambling. But if you've saved more than $1,000, you've already separated yourself from half the country. If you've saved more than a few months' worth of expenses, you're not behind. You're way ahead. Think about this example. Imagine a young couple who's been saving steadily. One day, a family emergency pops up. They need to fly across the country and miss work. No stress. They book the flight, take the time off, and still cover their bills with no debt. That's what real savings buys you. Not just security, but freedom, peace, power. So if your savings account isn't where you want it to be yet, don't worry. Every dollar saved is a dollar of power. Keep stacking it. Make it a habit. And remember, savings isn't about the amount, it's about the mindset. You're not just saving money, you're buying future freedom. Think your bank account is too small to matter? You'd be surprised how far a little consistency can go. Let's keep building. Coming up next, what your retirement plan says about your future. Let's shift gears and talk about the long game, retirement. For many people, retirement feels like a distant dream, something to think about later. But here's the truth. The earlier you plan for it, the easier it becomes. And the more you benefit from the magic of compound interest. Here's what that means. Compound interest is when your money earns money, and then that money earns even more. Over time, it snowballs. You don't need to be rich, you just need to start. Now let's look at some real numbers. According to recent data, the median 401k balance across all age groups is under $54,000. And that's only among people who even have a 401k. Many don't. If you're under 25, the average retirement savings is just $3,000. From 25 to 34, it's around $15,000. At 35 to 44, it jumps to $36,000. But even by the time you're 65 and older, the average is only $88,000. Now think about this. Most retirees will need to cover 20 to 30 years of expenses. And with healthcare, inflation, and rising costs of living, $88,000 won't stretch far. Social Security helps, but it's not much. The average monthly check is just under $2,000. Enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. Here's the good news. If you've already started contributing to retirement, even a small amount, you're ahead. And if you haven't started yet, it's not too late. Start with what you can, whether it's 5% of your income or just a flat $50 a month. Time is your biggest ally. The earlier you start, the more your money can grow. Remember, retirement planning isn't just for wealthy people, it's for smart people. And if you're watching this, you're already taking a smarter path than most. Worried you're too late or too behind? Stick with us. In the next part, we'll show you how to flip your entire financial strategy in your favor, starting today. Most people get this part completely backwards. They earn money, spend most of it, and then think about saving what's left, if there's anything left at all. But if you want financial freedom, you've got to flip that script. The secret? Save first, then spend. Before the paycheck hits your account, decide how much you'll keep for your future. Make that the priority. Start with 10%. If that feels easy, push it to 15%. Eventually, aim for 25%. The more you save now, the more freedom you gain later. And here's a smart trick. When you get a raise or a bonus, don't just upgrade your lifestyle. Use the 50-50 rule. Save half, enjoy the other half guilt-free. That way, you still get to celebrate your progress without sacrificing your goals. Think about someone who earns $70,000 a year. They get a $5,000 raise. Most people would spend it right away. New gadgets, more dining out, maybe a bigger car payment. But someone on the passive path, they'd save $2,500 and still have $2,500 to enjoy. That's balance. That's how you build wealth and still live well today. This isn't about restriction. It's about direction. And once you start, it gets easier. Your savings will grow, your confidence will grow, and you'll start to see your money working for you. Want your money to do more than just pay bills? Let's talk about the next step, investing. Section 6, investing, where wealth actually grows. Saving money is essential, but if you want your wealth to grow, you need to invest. Why? Because saving alone won't beat inflation. Over time, the cost of living rises. If your money just sits in a low-interest account, it's losing value every year. Think about it like this. 20 years ago, $100 could fill up your grocery cart. Today, that same cart might cost $150. That's inflation. If your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you're falling behind without even realizing it. That's where investing comes in. Investing puts your money to work. And no, you don't need to be a stock market genius. You just need a plan. Start with something simple, like index funds. They're low-cost, diversified, and historically strong performers. Or look into retirement accounts like a 401k or a Roth IRA. If you've got extra capital and a long time horizon, real estate can also be a powerful wealth building tool. Let's say you invest $5,000 a year for 30 years, and it grows at an average of 7% annually. You'd have over $500,000 by the end, not because you added more, but because your money kept compounding. That's the power of long-term investing. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it works. And if you're worried about risk, remember this: the biggest risk is not investing at all. Playing it safe can cost you the most in the long run. The passive path isn't about gambling on stocks. It's about smart, steady growth that builds over time. Already investing? Keep it up. Haven't started? Today's a good day to begin. You've built your emergency fund. You've got savings. Now your money is finally working for you. Ready to see just how far you've come? Let's wrap it all together. Let's take a step back and look at the full picture. You've learned why that flashy lifestyle you see online might be hiding a mountain of debt. You've seen how even a small emergency fund puts you ahead of the majority. You've understood that savings buy freedom, not just security. And you've taken a closer look at retirement planning, how to flip your financial habits, and why investing is your long-term power move. Now here's the truth. If you're doing any of these things, saving, investing, building a buffer, you're not falling behind. You're quietly building wealth. You're walking a path that most people never start. The world doesn't reward quiet discipline. It rewards loud consumption. But the people with true financial freedom, they're not chasing trends. They're making moves that matter. So if you're paying off debt, growing your savings, contributing to retirement, even if it feels slow, you're winning. You're doing what most won't, and that's what will set you up for real, lasting wealth. At the Passive Path, we're not about quick tricks or viral hacks. We're about long-term habits, smart decisions, and building freedom without noise. If this video helped shift your mindset, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to join us on the journey to financial independence. And leave a comment. Let us know where you are in your journey. And if you want to learn how to avoid the worst debt traps people fall into, check out the next video on screen. It might just save you thousands. Keep going, stay consistent, and remember, you're doing better than you think. Thanks for watching.